Hello everyone, today I am going to show you how to create Yolk and albumin simulation in Houdini. So let's move into Houdini. So first of all I need to create two containers, one for emitter. So I just create one geometry container and I write down it as particle source, or you can write down emitter, and one more container for my collide object. Now I just go inside particle source and I need to create the source for my fluid. So first of all, here I create one sphere and I just change primitive type to polygon mesh and just increase the segments 30 and 40. Now I create one transform and I just increase size in Y 1.6, as well as I just move by 1.6 in Y. Now to generate particle inside this volume, I need one more node, that is ISO offset, that will create a fog volume over here by default, and I just increase uniform sample and division to maybe 60. Okay, so it will give me a sharp fog volume for this geometry. Now over here I create one scatter and now you see you get some particle or say point inside this volume. So I just increase maybe total count to 4000. Okay, right now when you feel that simulation is going good, so at a time you can definitely increase the count. Now to manage this border area properly, what I prefer, I create one more scatter, and for this I just set my input as this transform 1. So now you get your points on your surfaces. Okay, and right now it's okay by 1000. Now I need to merge these things like this. Okay, so I want to set some attribute within this point cloud, is that some of the point contain viscosity of Yolk and other points contain the viscosity of albumin. So for that there are so many ways, but I prefer one way, that is short. So you can just short your data or short your numbering by some method. So first of all I am going to create one attribute VOP, and over here what I prefer, I just want to segregate the point number. For example, here I have 5000 points, so the point which indexing 0 create black color, and that has maximum value, for example 5000, it generate white color, and according to that particular gradient spread out. So for that what I need to do, here I have PT number and here I have numbers of point. So this define individual point number, and this is total numbers of point. Now this both value is integer, so I need to apply one integer to float operation. I just set it over here. Now I create one divide operation, pt number divide by numbers of point. Now here I create one fit range, so right now set it over here and just set this value to my color. So now you see over here you get this value. So right now my point are scattered, so it has random spread, it's randomly spread, so that's why the index is somewhere 1 2 3 4 spread. So I need to sort that index in a particular manner. So for that I just add one sort operator over here, and now over here you can define point sort by maybe x like this, or z, even you can define it as y. So now my 0 is over here and 1 is over here, so that's how it segregate the index. So it's changed the indexing of these points. So here what I prefer, I just go to approximately point and I just change the value to 1 y. So right now, and even I just reverse the point sort. So now over here from the center of 0 1 0, it spread my point numbering like in circular form or in a spherical form. So now I need some range set over here properly, so I just go over here and in fit range I just define like 0.58 and over here maybe 0.61. So what it did that the value below 0.58 will become 0. So 0.58 will become 0 and above value 0.61 will become 1. So that's how you segregate this value. Now I need to create one more attribute for my viscosity. So for that what I prefer that I just create one bind export over here. I just set this value over here, and now here you need to write down viscosity, okay, because in your fluid system you should write down the attribute name like this for viscosity, okay. And I create one more fit range over here, and over here I just set my minimum viscosity to 40 and maximum viscosity to 10,000. Okay, so now this attribute I pass through these things. So here we create this attribute of viscosity. Now I just create one null object over here. This is my particle source. Okay, now we need to move this particle system little bit up, but before that we need to create one collide geometry so that we can adjust the position of this particular system. So I just go to my main network flow, and over here in collide object I just double click. Now to import my geometry I just create one file, I click over here, I just go to statue STL, okay, but it is not properly aligned. So for that I have to create one transform node and I just set it to in X 90 degree, Now see, I need this geometry should set on my ground. So what normally we prefer that we create one transform tool and then we move, we just go to side view or front view and we manage the thing. But here there is one more operator that will help a lot for this kind of task. So that is match size. Okay, and over here what you need to do, see right now it's set on the center of this object. So I just go over here in justify, I just set and I set it as minimum, and now you see it automatically set over here. Now I just set to scale fit, so because here we get this option uniform scale 8 8 8 like this. I just press space bar G and now you see. Now definitely there are some normal issues, so I just right click over here, I just set reverse. Okay, now it is little heavy file, so you can use VDB polygon, but right now I use one more very interesting operator, that is poly reduce operator. And now here I just decrease by 20%, and now you see it's almost maintain the volume of the geometry as well as reduce the polygons. Now I just create one more null object over here and name it as collide out. Now I just again go to my main network flow and I go to particle flow. Over here we need to create one transform. Now just click over here, ghost other object, so I can easily see where my position is located. Now I just click over here and move these things to little bit up like 7, move little bit in y, x 0.8, over here maybe minus 0.25. Okay, so that's great right now. So I just set my object, my particle system, I just spanned that attribute of viscosity, that is very mandatory for this example. Now I again go to object, my main flow, and over here I create one DOP network, okay, for my fluid simulation. Now I go inside this, so here I just get one out node. So right now I just create one flip object. So definitely with flip object you need to create one flip solver. I just connect it over here and over here. Okay, so right now you get this kind of something. So first of all, what I prefer that I just select these things, I just press enter key over on my viewport, so I can easily manipulate this box. So I just select this, press shift and reduce my box size. Okay, by pressing shift key you can uniformly scale. Okay, so that's good for now. Now the thing is that in your flip object you need to change the thing, like over here you just get this something box type of object. So I just select this thing and I need to define the source. So here is my source, that is your particle source, accept, and over here in guidance and definitely you need to change input type to particle field because my input has point cloud, so I need to generate my particle or fluid from that point. Now over here in guided, go to particle, and over here you just define particles. Okay, now you can definitely increase the separation and all those stuff, but right now we just set it like this. Now we need one gravity over here to fall down my particle. Now I need to set this collision properly, so for that I just click static object. Over here I just need to define object path, and that is your collide object. Now you need one more static solver. You also need one ground to for collision, so for that I create one ground plane. I need to create one merge node over here. I set like this. Even over here we need to merge this thing, so for that I create one more merge node like this. And now what I prefer that whenever just mutual setting, select this and mutual setting. Okay, just press L. Yes, so it's look like this. Now I play these things and let's see what happen. Okay, so it's fall down, but it is not collide with these things. So for that you just select this thing, lead static object, you just define SOP path, collide object. Now let's check. Okay, so now it react with your collide geometry, but right now it can't behave the viscosity we define. So to define the viscosity attribute on your fluid system, what you need to do, you just select this flip solver, go to volume motion. Over here in viscosity you need to enable viscosity, as well as you need to define viscosity by attribute, and over here the viscosity, so we already give the name uh, of that attribute like this, so we don't need to change these things. And now if I play these things, now you see. Now what I prefer right now, I just change the color. So I just go to static flip object, go to particle. Over here the visualization type to speed to value, ramp it's okay, and here I write down viscosity. Here I set it to 40 and over here 10,000, and now you see. Okay, now what I prefer is that you just go to flip object. I just increase the separation maybe 0.03, but before that what I prefer is just go to particle source, and over here in scattered you need to change to 4,000 to 60,000. Okay, I just increase, and over here I just set it to maybe 4,000. So now I again go to DOP network. I just click over here, hide other object, and now we can play these things. Okay, so it's behave like this. So for right now I just again decrease the particle source so we can easily play around these things. So I just go over here to 10,000 and over here maybe 2,000. Okay, now what I prefer is that I just set my range to 120 frame, as well as go to object mode. Over here I create one more geometry container, that is for my fluid geo. I just go over here, I import my DOP network over here. So I just click over here and I call my DOP network, and over here fetch geometry for from DOP network. So right now it is called all geometry and all those stuff. So I just go to my DOP network, I just select this flip object, copy this name, come over here, and in object mask you just define these things. So you just get this value. Now what I prefer that I cache this simulation. So for that what I prefer, I just select and call file cache, and over here you just need to define the name like egg particle and $f bgo.se, and here you define the range, that is 1 to 120, and we prefer that just set it to save to disk in background. And before that definitely you need to save the thing. So I press Ctrl S and now I save to disk in background. Open scheduler. So this is my scheduler. So it started. Okay, so it's done. So I just select this load from disk. It is mandatory if you want to call this thing from disk, and now you see it's giving me this kind of result. So definitely there is true viscosity attribute over here, but the particle system is only one. So we need to segregate these particles. So for that what I need to do, I just create one group expression, and over here in VEX expression I just define at viscosity equal to this is comparison 10,000. Okay, and here you can just define just group 1, or I say y'all, it's okay. So right now we store that the viscosity which has value 10,000 is stored in this group, and definitely you need to change the group type to points. And now you see the points that contain attribute of 10,000 viscosity, it's selected. Now what you need to do, just select this thing, apply blast node, and over here you just define yaw, and you can define like delete non-selected. So here you get this yaw, and you just duplicate this thing, and if you just select this thing, so now this is your albumin. So you get these two different separation from your particle system. Now you need to create geometry for that. So for that, what I prefer, I create one particle fluid surface over here, and here you can set the value to 0.08 maybe. Okay, and go to filtering, just apply smooth, and over here maybe Gaussian, depends. Oh, it's better to set this value. I just duplicate the same thing over here, and over here you get some yaw. Okay, so right now whatever I created is with low particle calculation or low particle numbers. So you can increase the thing and you can increase the detail or of this thing. Okay, so whatever you did, you just need to export this thing, what I prefer. So right now I prefer that I just export this thing into Alembic. So ROP Alembic output you can use, and you can definitely define the path like save to disk over here. So, and same thing you can, so here your and here is your albumin. Okay, so you can easily export these things and save to the disk, and whenever you want to use this thing you can easily use. So I already export these things. So now my next step is to import the Alembic file and render it properly, apply material, apply lighting using Karma renderer. Okay, so it is a good renderer. So what I prefer, I just create one new file, and over here in for Karma rendering, what we prefer, I just go to over here, Solarize. Now in Solarize empty network, I just set reference and I write down statue because I already export statue. So I just select this thing, I just call my reference file over here. Okay, so this is my statue, and what we prefer, I just select this thing over here, primitive path, set it to like geo. Now I just duplicate this thing, and over here I call York, and I just define York path. Same way, duplicate these things, albumin, and over here I just define these things. Okay, like this. And I need one grid also to capture light properly. So I just call one grid over here. I just double click over here and I select this thing. I just increase the size maybe by 100 by 100. Go to SOP stage. Now definitely in grid you just need to define again /geo. Now you need to merge all those things over here. So I just select, create one merge node. I merge all those stuff over here. And now you see over here you get geo, and here you get all your albumin, grid and statue. Okay, now I need to create one camera. So right now I just set a proper angle for this like this, and I just click over here by pressing Ctrl. So you get this camera. I just lock this camera and I set according to my preference. So I just select this kind of thing. Okay, now you need to create one light. So for that, here is the light. So you just press Ctrl and click over here and you get one environment light. So you can easily define. So you just go to base property and define your HDRI panoramic image. Okay, so here you get your light. Now you need to create material library. So I just create material library. I just go inside my library and I need to create some material. So first of all, I create principal shader. So this is for my statue as well as for ground also. So I just statue and I just set it to maybe black or dark gray color, and that's it for right now. Okay, now I create one more principal shader, and this is for your yaw. And over here you just define, like they give so many default settings, so you can just set it like coated metal paint, and over here change rate to maybe yellow. Now the main thing is for the albumin material. So for that I am not going to use principal shader. I just create one material builder. I just name it as albumin. I just go inside these things. I do not need this thing, so I just select all those stuff and I just delete it. Now over here what we need is that just click over here, classic shader core. Okay, I need one more, that is compute lighting. So I just set like this, layer to layer, OF for lead surface color. Okay, yes, this is surface bidirectional scattering distribute function. This is emission color for surface, so I just set it over here same way, like this and like this. Okay, now you need to change something over here, is that you just disable this diffuse thing. Okay, now go to base reflection, it's okay, go to reflection, it's okay. I just need refract and I just set enable refraction. Okay, over here in form you just set the algorithm to DGX, and other than everything is okay. And now just go to stage again. Now I just define assign material. Over here what you need to do, primitives, so you just need to define primitives like York, and over here just click and go to material and define York. Create one more. Now albumin, I just define this thing, and over here this albumin. Create one more thing. Over here you just set statue. over here you just set statue material. Even same for grid also, so I just define grid and I just click over here and define the same material. You can also change the thing, but I just define right now the same material. Okay, so I just assign material for individual object. Now what you need to do, very simple thing, you just click over here and here you get this Karma beta version. You just click and wait and watch. Okay, so as you see, the Karma works very fine. You just play with your material and all the stuff. Okay, and Karma is very fast to visualize these things. Okay, so now if you happy with these things, if you feel that there is some changes in your York or all the stuff, maybe you can feel there is so many roughness, so you can decrease the roughness of your York. Okay, maybe this grid is selected, that's why it's look yellow, so you just click outside these things and you will get some good result. Okay, so now go to York and you can play with those stuff. You can play like this, you can decrease the metallic value and all those stuff, whatever you feel. Okay, so you can definitely add some more light over here and you get some good result using Karma. As well as if you want to export these things, you just need to create one Karma, and over here you just define output picture, you just set the path, you just define the resolution and just go to render to disk and you can render the sequence. Okay, so that's how you create this York and albumin simulation and render it out using Karma. So hope you like this tutorial. See you soon with another tutorial. Thank you.